10 mind-blowing facts about Singapore that will leave you speechless. Welcome to this video where we dive into 10 astonishing facts about Singapore, a tiny island nation that packs a big punch on the world stage. Despite being Asia's second smallest country, Singapore has managed to become a global powerhouse in economy, culture, and innovation. From strict laws to cultural quirks, Singapore is truly one of a kind. Let's explore what makes the Lion City so extraordinary. Fact number 10. One of the world's smallest countries with a huge impact. Singapore might only cover about 682 square kilometers, but don't let its size fool you. It ranks among the 20 smallest countries in the world, yet it is home to approximately 5.92 million people. Despite its limited land area, Singapore has established itself as a global economic powerhouse. Its strategic location in Southeast Asia has played a pivotal role in its transformation into a major hub for trade, finance, and logistics. The skyline is a testimony to its rapid development: sleek skyscrapers, bustling streets, and thriving business districts. What's even more impressive is how the city-state has maintained harmony among its diverse population, which includes Chinese, Malay, Indian, and Eurasian communities. This multiculturalism is celebrated through food, festivals, and traditions. But growth hasn't come without challenges. With land scarcity being a constant issue, Singapore is under pressure to balance urban development with environmental preservation. High property prices, overcrowding, and limited vertical expansion are persistent hurdles. Yet, Singapore continues to innovate, showing how even the smallest places can create massive global influence. Fact number 9. A major arms importer despite its peaceful reputation. Here's something that might surprise you. Singapore ranks as the 5th largest arms importer in the world, accounting for about 4% of global arms imports from 2008 onwards, according to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute. You might wonder why such a peaceful and economically focused country would invest so heavily in defense. The answer lies in Singapore's strategic priorities. As a small island nation with no natural resources, maintaining sovereignty and security is a top concern. Singapore has built a technologically advanced and well-equipped defense force by investing in aircraft, naval vessels, armored vehicles, and cutting-edge weapon systems. These investments not only ensure national security but also boost the local defense industry through collaborations with global manufacturers. So while its arms imports may seem disproportionate to its size, Singapore's defense strategy is a calculated move to safeguard its autonomy in a region rife with geopolitical complexities. Fact number 8. Mandatory military service for all male citizens. In Singapore, national service isn't just a legal obligation, it's a deeply embedded cultural institution. All able-bodied male citizens and second-generation permanent residents must serve 2 years in the Singapore Armed Forces, SAF, Singapore Police Force, or Singapore Civil Defence Force after completing their secondary education or pre-university studies. This system was introduced in 1967, just 2 years after Singapore's independence, as a way to build a credible defense force from scratch. Given Singapore's small size and limited manpower, compulsory service ensures a consistent pool of trained personnel to safeguard national interests. Beyond the military function, however, national service is seen as a formative life experience. Young men gain not only physical endurance and tactical skills but also life lessons in resilience, leadership, and teamwork. But that's just the beginning. After completing their full-time national service, these men join the reservist force, known as Operationally Ready National Servicemen, ENSmen. Until they're 40 or 50 for officers, they're called back periodically for refresher training, military exercises, and mobilization drills. While it can disrupt personal and professional lives, many Singaporeans wear their service as a badge of honor. The shared experience of national service acts as a social equalizer. Whether you're from a wealthy background or a modest one, everyone goes through the same rigorous training. It's a unifying force in a multicultural society, instilling a strong sense of identity, civic duty, and pride in defending the nation. Fact number 7. Failing to flush a public toilet can cost you. Cleanliness is almost a national obsession in Singapore, and the laws reflect this commitment down to the smallest details. One of the more eye-catching regulations? You can be fined up to 150 Singapore dollars if you fail to flush a public toilet after use. That's right, public hygiene is legally enforced. This might sound extreme, but it's part of a broader vision. In a country where space is tight and the population dense, public spaces must remain spotless to ensure comfort and prevent health issues. The government has long emphasized cleanliness, dating back to Lee Kuan Yew's campaigns in the 1960s and 70s to transform Singapore into a first-world oasis in a third-world region. But Singapore's commitment to sanitation goes beyond its borders. The city-state played a key role in founding the World Toilet Organization, WTO, in 2001, a global advocacy group focused on improving toilet access and sanitation standards around the world, spotlighting sanitation as a global human rights issue. So while a flush might seem like a small act, in Singapore it represents a much larger ethos: responsibility, order, and respect for shared spaces. Even something as mundane as using a toilet has been elevated into a matter of civic pride and international advocacy. Fact number 6. A child prodigy in chemistry at age 7. In a stunning display of intellect and ambition, Singaporean child prodigy Inan Celeste Kolai made headlines by passing the GCE O-level chemistry exam at just 7 years old, an exam typically taken by students nearly twice his age. His achievement made him the youngest person in Singapore's history to pass this rigorous test, a feat that has earned him national admiration and global attention. Inan's accomplishment wasn't just about intelligence, it was also about dedication, guidance, and an education system that's responsive to gifted learners. His parents, educators, and mentors created a supportive environment that enabled him to explore subjects far beyond his years. It's a testament to what's possible when innate talent meets the right nurturing conditions. Singapore's education system is known for its high standards and academic rigor, regularly placing at the top of international rankings such as PISA. But it also has a framework to identify and support exceptionally gifted students through programs like the Gifted Education Program, GEP. These initiatives allow prodigies like Inan to flourish without being restricted by their age or conventional academic timelines. Inan's story is not just a personal triumph, it reflects a broader cultural respect for education and excellence. His achievement has inspired countless young students to aim high, proving that age is not a barrier to brilliance when curiosity and support align. Fact number 5. The fastest walkers on Earth. If you ever find yourself navigating the streets of Orchard Road or rushing through the MRT stations in Singapore, you might feel like the locals are walking with Olympic urgency. And that's not just your imagination. Singaporeans are officially the fastest walkers on Earth, with an average pace of 6.15 kilometers per hour, according to a global study conducted by the British Council and researchers from the University of Hertfordshire. This brisk pace is more than a fun statistic. It's a window into Singapore's productivity-driven mindset. In a society where efficiency, punctuality, and forward momentum are ingrained values, it's no surprise that even walking has become a high-speed affair. Part of this speed is practical. With the city-state's compact design, high-density zones, and world-class public transit system, it's easy to get from point A to point B quickly, especially if you're on foot. Work culture, too, plays a role. Many Singaporeans work in fast-paced industries like finance, tech, and logistics, where time is money and urgency is the norm. But there's also a cultural dimension to it. The act of walking fast in Singapore reflects an inner drive, a societal tempo that emphasizes progress, efficiency, and staying ahead. In a place where even coffee shops operate like precision machines, walking slow might just make you feel like you're standing still. So if you're planning a visit, consider skipping leg day at the gym. You'll get plenty of cardio just trying to keep up with the locals. Fact number 4. 1 in 6 residents is a millionaire. Singapore might be small, but it boasts one of the highest concentrations of millionaires in the world. According to a report by Boston Consulting Group, as of 2011, around 17% of households in Singapore held more than $1 million in liquid, investable assets, excluding real estate, businesses, or luxury goods. This impressive statistic is no accident. Singapore's rise as a global financial center has made it a magnet for wealth. Strategic tax policies, a business-friendly environment, and robust legal protections have attracted high-net-worth individuals and corporations from all over the world. The city is now, fact number 3, ranked among the world's best places to do business. For 3 consecutive years, Singapore has held the second spot in the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business rankings, just behind New Zealand. Out of 190 economies, Singapore shines as one of the most business-friendly countries. What's the secret? A mix of transparent regulations, low bureaucracy, political stability, and streamlined government services. These factors create a nurturing environment for startups, SMEs, and multinational corporations alike. From quick business registration processes to seamless access to global markets, Singapore has built an entrepreneurial ecosystem that supports innovation and rewards ambition. It's a magnet for those seeking to build and grow successful enterprises in Asia. Fact number 2. Caning still exists as legal punishment. In a modern gleaming metropolis like Singapore, famed for its towering skyscrapers, efficient public transport, and world-class safety record, one might be surprised to discover that a centuries-old form of corporal punishment remains not just legal, but actively practiced: judicial caning. Yes, caning, as in being struck multiple times on the bare buttocks with a rattan cane, is still meted out as a form of lawful punishment in Singapore's criminal justice system. While many countries have long abolished physical punishment in favor of imprisonment or rehabilitation programs, Singapore has held firm to this strict and controversial method as part of its broader strategy to maintain law and order. Judicial caning is not a relic of the past. It is very real and very present. Administered by trained prison officers in highly regulated, clinical environments, it is used for a range of offenses including vandalism, robbery, sexual assault, illegal immigration, and drug trafficking, though it is never imposed on women, men over 50, or individuals deemed medically unfit. Offenders may receive anywhere from 3 to a maximum of 24 strokes, depending on the severity of the crime. Each stroke is deliberately forceful, designed to cause significant pain and leave visible welts, and often scars. Medical personnel are present to ensure the prisoner is fit for the punishment and to provide care afterward. The psychological toll is often as intense as the physical trauma, with many recipients reporting long-term effects. So why does Singapore, a country often hailed for its education, innovation, and modernity, continue to employ such a severe method? The answer lies in Singapore's deeply rooted philosophy of deterrence and accountability. The government believes that harsh penalties act as powerful deterrents, sending a clear message that crime has immediate and painful consequences. For a country that has one of the lowest crime rates in the world, many Singaporeans credit these strict measures, including caning, for keeping their streets safe and orderly. Public support for caning remains high within Singapore, and it is often viewed as a necessary measure to preserve the country's hard-won stability. In cases of vandalism and youth crime, it is even seen as a corrective tool meant to instill discipline and responsibility. The famous case of American teenager Michael Fay in 1994, who was caned for vandalism, drew intense global media attention and criticism, but also revealed Singapore's refusal to bend its laws, even under international pressure. That said, caning has not escaped international scrutiny and condemnation. Human rights organizations have repeatedly criticized the practice as cruel and inhumane, arguing that it violates global standards of dignity and rehabilitation. The United Nations and groups like Amnesty International have called for its abolition, urging Singapore to adopt less physically harmful forms of punishment. Yet, the Singaporean government has shown little inclination to change course. Officials maintain that different countries have the right to enforce laws in ways that align with their cultural values and societal needs. In their view, Singapore's legal system works, and the statistics support that claim. Low crime rates, minimal recidivism, and a reputation for being one of the safest countries in the world. This stark approach to justice reflects a broader national ethos: zero tolerance for lawlessness, and a belief that order and security must take precedence over individual leniency. In Singapore, the rule of law is not just a concept, it is a carefully enforced reality. Whether viewed as an effective deterrent or a controversial relic, judicial caning remains one of Singapore's most distinctive and debated features of its justice system. It challenges global assumptions about what modern punishment should look like and sparks ongoing conversations about the balance between safety, rights, and justice. Fact number 1. Singlish, Singapore's unique linguistic identity. Last but not least, let's talk about Singlish, a quirky, colorful Creole that mixes English with words from Malay, Mandarin, Tamil, and various Chinese dialects. Singlish is more than just slang, it's a reflection of Singapore's multicultural heritage. You'll hear phrases like, "I chope this seat," meaning to reserve it, or expressions like "la" and "le" used for emphasis and tone. For instance, "Don't worry, la" might mean, "It's no big deal." What's even more interesting is that 27 Singlish words have been recognized in the Oxford English Dictionary. Words like kiasu, fear of missing out, and sabo, to prank or sabotage someone, have made the leap from local slang to international recognition. Singlish adds flavor and identity to everyday conversation in Singapore: casual, expressive, and unmistakably local. Conclusion. From military service and high-speed walking to wealth concentration and linguistic flair, Singapore is a country full of surprises. Its ability to combine tradition with innovation, order with diversity, and discipline with creativity makes it one of the most fascinating places on Earth. Which fact amazed you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most incredible places. See you in the next video.